Hi everyone, welcome to Soul Seekers Tarot and your reading. I'm Corey. In today's reading, we'll be looking at what fortunate turn of events do you not see coming your way. So I'll begin by randomly pulling 3 cards from this oracle deck for you to choose from. The Wild Unknown, and see what piles we have on offer for you today. This one wants to come out. Those two, apparently. Okay, first pile, pile 1, we have Aletheia. For pile 2, we have the Orphan. And for pile 3, we have the Shaman. Okay, so those are the 3 piles. Now you can choose to pick a pile with your intuition, a pile or 2 piles, maybe all 3, whatever you're drawn to, with your intuition, or I will give you some numbers to go by if that's what you want to choose your pile with. And for the first pile, we have pile number 4 and 6. Numbers 4 and 6. For pile number 2, we have 2 and 5. And for pile number 3, we have 1 and 3. Okay. Now, if the numbers are not what's going to work for you, then we will use the zodiac signs. So for pile number 1, these are the 4 signs. Pile number 2, drop one on my lap. And pile number 3. There we go. Okay, let's see what they are. For pile number 1, we have Cancer, Libra, Taurus, and Virgo. Okay, for pile number 2, we have Capricorn, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Sagittarius. Pardon me, guys, just getting the debris off the table. And for pile number 3, we have Aries, Gemini, Pisces, and Leo. Alright, that's what we have for you to choose from. Take your time, and I'll be back with you in a tick. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the card Aletheia from the archetypes of the Wild Unknown, and I'll read it to you in just a moment. I'm going to put the book out because I forget. We're wanting to look at the question about what fortunate turn of events do you not see coming your way. And if you didn't choose it through your intuition, you chose it with the number. We have 4 and 6. Well, however you want it to look at that resonated with you, 46, 64, or just 4 or 6, a favorite number. And if it wasn't that, we had a zodiac sign for you. We have Aries. No, sorry, we had Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, and Libra. Yes, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, and Libra. All right. Now, the decks I have for the oracle decks to choose from, we have these ones, and I'm picking a major arcana first, and this one wants to come out. It's Judgment. Okay, Judgment. And then we have a tarot card to clarify it. This one here wants to come out. And just the Psychic Tarot Pocket Oracle deck. I see this one. And what else we got here? We have the Lenormand. That's the one. I love when they jump out like that. Let's get these guys organized here. Okay. And the Magic Cottage, is it? The Magic Cottage Oracle. And this one, which is Alice in Wonderland. And finally, we have, what is this one? The Sisterhood. Is this the Sisterhood one? Yeah, this is the Sisterhood of the Seers Oracle. Sisterhood of the Seers Oracle. And then we have the tarot deck. Alright, so we're going to start off by looking at, well, let's just pull the oracles first, and then we'll look at your significator card, which is Alethea. Alethea. Okay. So we got Judgment as your major arcana. A time of reckoning brings clarity and renewal. Reflect on your past, heed the call to higher purpose, and rise to embrace your redemption. So what fortunate turn of events do you not see coming your way? Some kind of decision that's going to have something to do with the Three of Wands energy, manifesting your dreams. Okay, so you don't see whatever it is that you have been called to take action on, made a decision on, that the divine is helping you with, to help you manifest a dream that you do not actually see coming to fruition or manifesting at some time soon. Okay? Then we have the Universe, card number 21, which is a 3 for communication. Communication and change. I will read that one too. Bringing the book out for that. And then the Lenormand, we have Anchor, number 9. Yeah, anchor is about, like, putting down your anchor, becoming anchored in something. A belief, a truth, a place, like location, relationship, that sort of thing. And let's see, we've got the Duchess, number 14, which is 5, which is all about change here. Not seeing you, not showing you the cards. There they are. Okay. And we have the Magic Cottage Oracle, which says Catalyst. Okay, Catalyst. Well, we kind of know what the catalyst is about. It's something that is going to instigate something. It's going to get something going. And then we have the Seers, the Sisterhood of the Seer. Many paths to a bright future. So it's going to lead to, the fruition, which is 18 is a 9. It's going to lead to the fruition of many paths to a very bright future for yourself. Okay? Let me see here. Might have to move these guys over a bit for some tarot room. Get this book out of the way. Let's see, we'll get this guy here. Yeah. And these guys here. Like so. Okay. Then we got room for tarot. Now, I'm going to read the significator card first. What did I say it is? Alethea? Alethea? Let's see. Alethea. Where is Alethea? Right here, 221. Almost at the very end. This is interesting. Of the book. Let's see if it is. No, there's 2 more. No, there's just 1 more after Alethea. Okay, so Aletheia. We have here, our soul recognizes the truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Aletheia. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rationale. We can also recognize Aletheia by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. The Aletheia card requires us to step toward an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings, set it free. So it's clarity, revelation, and disclosure. Going deeper, it's the goddesses, Mat, right, and Veritas. So Picasso said, we all know that art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth. At least the truth that is given us to understand. So yeah, what is truth? Truth is your perception of something. So whatever you see as being true, it's because you perceive it in a certain way, and that becomes your truth. So it could be, like that says here, the truth could be seen in yourself, but it could be showing up in a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed that you haven't seen, right? So there's going to be something, it seems like there's going to be something that's going to instigate a conversation, from what I see, the universe here, a conversation with someone who is either you or someone who is very powerful. The Duchess is like very much like the Empress, right? Like she's holding a baby pig, I do believe that is. Baby pig, and she looks like she's nurturing it, you know, taking good care of it, all the dishes and pots and pans flying around, and you know, she's sitting on a turtle, which, you know, means that she's taking things slowly because she knows she's got a very important role to play in this young pig's life. So Aletheia is about the truth. Okay. Very interesting. So the truth. Let's see what the Lenormand has to say. No, I want to read the universe first. Number 21. Okay. The universe. You've come far on your journey, and it's time to be rewarded for your efforts. This card symbolizes completion, triumph, peace, liberation, and fulfillment. Everything you've strived for is within your reach. Meet it halfway and grab it. The universe is the last of the major arcana cards and reflects the work that you've accomplished on your travels. But more importantly, it represents the wisdom that you've gained along the way. You should now honor and acknowledge the truly wonderful soul that you are, and accept the vital part that you play in the bigger scheme of life. So this also represents the world, right? Because the universe and the world, it says in here, they're pretty much the same symbol for something completed. The world is yours to command, and you're free to travel in whatever direction your heart desires. You're connected to everything in the cosmos. The universe card is a reminder that the same energy making up the stars in the sky, the same energy that's coursing through the universe, is in each and every individual. In ancient times, many believed that each star was the soul of one person. They also believed that these souls shine so brightly to guide others through the darkness, and so too can your wise soul. It's given me the idea that what fortunate event that you don't see coming is something that's going to be telling you or showing you that you're much wiser than, which I just heard, you're much wiser than you think you are. In other words, you're much more evolved than you think you are. Let's see, which would explain the Duchess card here, but we're going to be reading number 35, the Anchor card, which is the 9 of Swords. Here we go. Pause and Stability card. Personal meanings: peace, order, procrastination, lack of desire to undertake or change anything. Meanings in love: it's everyday issues between partners, a period of stagnation in relationships. and the meanings in the field of finance, routine, work, daily hassle, and bureaucracy. So I'm going with what I originally thought of when I saw this card, is that there is an anchoring in something. There is something that you are going to find, you're going to be feeling anchored in a belief or in something about yourself, about your path, about something that you've been thinking about. There is a, like, anchoring is kind of like you're building a foundation in that certain understanding or belief. Okay? And then the Duchess here, let's just have a look at the Duchess, which is Alice in Wonderland. 14, the Duchess. In the story, upon entering the small house in the clearing, Alice met Alice met the Duchess who lived there. She was a cantankerous woman, rocking a crying piglet as if it were a baby. Later in the story, Alice crossed paths with the Duchess again, and she was in a much better mood, showing herself very eager to find the moral of everything and learn the lesson that comes with any event. The meaning here is the Duchess teaches you that an interesting lesson can be learned at every turn of the path. Finding this lesson helps you grow wise and gives even more sense to your own destiny. Always dig to discover the spiritual reason as to why a certain thing or another is happening to you. What personal meaning do you confer to the things you are living through right now? All right, so there is something that has acted as a catalyst to your change and transformation, making a decision to move forward on something, to move forward on whatever path it is that has something to do with a dream that you've had, a desire that you want to see manifest. And there was, from what I'm getting from an understanding from this right now, what I'm hearing is that you needed to kind of finish off a chapter, move towards the ending of something else, so that you can put a close to it, tie a rock to it, and anchor that as you've been there, done that, it's over with now, it's time to move on. And so you are feeling as though you are knowing and understanding things a little bit differently than you had before. And things could be something like you understand a spiritual truth, okay? What we talked about was truth, right? A spiritual truth. Your things are happening in your life that are pointing to that symbolism, in the sense that you're seeing something for what it is that you learned about, you knew or heard about, right? But it didn't make any sense and it didn't hold any water to you at the time. But now it's like you are being presented with things that show you that you can make the decision to say, I see, okay, well, yeah, that makes sense now. I heard, something like, I heard from somebody, or seen something, or read something the other day, and it I didn't think anything of it because it was neither here nor there to me. But suddenly now there is something showing up in my life, in front of me now, that kind of makes me remember, to be reminded of what it was that I heard or learned or know, or you might even have said something kind of like a Freudian slip, where something came out of you and it kind of went out towards, out of you. You expressed it, and someone, just when you were talking to somebody or saying something, and it was like, where did that come from? Where on earth has that ever happened to you? It has happened to me. Like, where did that come from? How do I know that? How do I know that? It's like when I was a kid. I was like 9 years old, looking in the mirror at myself, thinking, it's just suddenly, this like, so much though, it's like, really made me ponder. I wondered, how on earth is it that when I'm looking in this mirror, that I see myself as this image, as this person? Why don't I see myself as like my sister's body, or my friend's body, or someone else's body? Why am I seeing myself in this particular body? Wow, right? So, no easy answer to that one, that's for sure. But that's what I had. So anyways, that's what I'm kind of talking about, is that you're going to have an epiphany of some kind, and it's going to be during a time where you are just wondering, you're just wandering around, flapping in the wind, like a fish out of water, not knowing what's next, and kind of in a lull, a pause in life where something's coming to an end. You feel there's something coming to an end, but it hasn't ended yet. Well, the fortunate turn of events that you do not see coming your way is that something is ending, so that you can move on to more, a higher truth, or to discover the truth that you've recently, that's really recently been launched in your mind. We got the King of Swords, the Lover's card, the Eight of Branches, which is the Eight of Wands. Okay. The Magician, Ten of Branches, Ten of Wands, the Hierophant, Death energy, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Stones. It's a Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So, what we have here, guys, just let me reflect for a moment. The King of Swords, Lovers, Eight of Wands, Magician. Yeah, it looks like there has been a great deal of, truth seeking, a great deal of enlightenment, a great deal of seeing things for how they are and not for what we think they are. Seeing things, opening up our mind. You've been opening up your mind more and more, and you've been having these decisions to make because you've had choices about certain events or circumstances, or just choices of what A or B, pick A or B kind of thing. For example, you might be going back to school and you're trying to figure out what is the major you should take. You're going to school and you need to make a decision. What major am I going to go for? Am I going to go in for an engineer's degree, or am I going to go in for nursing, or philosophy or sociology, whatever it is. So you've had to make a decision. You're having to make a decision, and it's something that's going to be, once you make that decision, things are going to start moving very, very quickly for you with the Eight of Wands. Very quickly, you're going to be learning a lot of information, a lot more than you think you've already learned. There's a lot more to come, and what it's going to do, it's going to prepare you like this. It's preparing you to move, to go forward. Three of Wands, like manifesting your dreams energy. It's going to prepare you with the Magician's energy to be able to, you've got all the resources that you need, so you're going to be able to source whatever it is that you're moving on towards, all right? Moving towards that you do not see coming at this particular point in time. It's been a very burdensome time for you, in the sense that you have been, kind of daydreaming about what could be, what is your truth, what is it that you want to do, what direction you want to take, that sort of thing. And you're all about, I need to do what it is that's going to make me happy, that I'm going to feel alive, that I'm going to feel like I want to, really engage in whatever it is that I'm moving towards. So, for example, if you decided you wanted to be either a journalist or a sociologist, a social worker, right? Or a nurse, should I do social work or should I become a nurse? That kind of thing. You're trying to discover which is it that really I want to, sink my teeth into, that's going to make me feel like I'm taking care of my own self because I'm doing something I know I'm going to enjoy doing, that I have a lot of gifts and talents for, that I've been told by others I'd be a really great nurse or a social worker or a journalist or a engineer. You're feeling like you have everything that you need, but it's like, what do I do with 10 of Wands? Feeling a lot of pressure, possibly from, other people, your family members, your partner, your spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is. You feel that, but that, let me say, is coming to an end, because whatever you decide to do, it's going to be the truth. It's going to be right for you with the Hierophant energy. It's going to be right for you. You may actually seek some kind of authority, to consult with someone who can help you, especially if it's going, something to go back to school, or you're going to be choosing a career path. Once you're out of school, you may actually consult with other people who are in that career field. With school, you might consult with the school advisor. Somebody, it could be even the priest or pastor at your church that you may turn to for guidance. Or it could simply mean that you're needing to, branch out in a way that says, I'm going to ask the divine and see if I can get the guidance that I'm looking for, and go with that kind of thing. Okay? But the 10 of Wands is that you're letting it go. You're putting it down, because you've had all this information, all this enlightenment, all these truths that has just been like, coming at you like arrows, right? Coming at you with so much information that you were starting to feel overwhelmed, and knowing that you had decisions to be made, choices to be made, right? You had decisions to make, and feeling possibly pressurized by yourself or others, okay? Family, friends, spouse, partner, okay? But once you decide that you're going to do whatever you want to do, and it's going to be something traditional, that's the thing, is that you're not doing something that's out there on a limb. You're not going to be kind of standing outside the box looking in. You're going to be doing something that is very practical, very, very practical, and it's something that can grow and develop and kind of snowball, in the sense that whatever it is that you're going to do, you're going to be gaining momentum, and it very, very quickly, like I said here, gaining momentum with it. Once you make up your mind, you make a choice, you're going to be gaining momentum so quickly that you're going to realize that you have everything you need in order to go with the roll, right? To just go with it, and go with the flow and keep going, putting down any kind of worry, concerns, or fears, or burdens, pressures, that sort of thing, because you have ways of being able to seek the information, the guidance that you need, okay, from whether it's a human being or the divine, because this is leading to your own death and transformation. Okay, so it's a major death and transformation. That's a major arcana card, right? Like the Judgment card. These are divinely inspired energies, the Judgment and the Death card, not to mention the Hierophant, of course the Lovers, the Magician. Look at all you've got the Wheel of Fortune here. You got how many major arcanas here? Of course that's going to be out because the deck is major arcana, but you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 9 cards. Can I count? Yeah, but 5 of the 9 cards are major arcanas. So that's pretty darn amazing. And the other ones, believe it or not, are ones that you have evolved and grown. We got the King, so you have already sought the truth. You've already received much information, wisdom. Okay, you have been getting downloads of information. You're at the top of the mountain in your game. You're at the top of the mountain in your game, looking down, knowing that you have to, you know of the choices you have now. The turn of event is going to be that something is going to make you look at it even more closely now, like right now. I don't mean like right now, but you know what I'm saying, like in the next few days to week, this month, or the next month, June, if you're watching the reading now. But there's going to be something that's going to like fire these wands, right? It's going to like rockets in the sky kind of thing. You're going to have something's going to happen that is it's going to be that fortunate turn of events that you don't see coming right now. And what I see it being is that you're going to be getting bamboozled with a whole lot of information with the King of Swords. The King is even a more potent energy than the Queen of Swords, though they're almost equal. But in the minor arcana journey, you go from the Ace all the way up from, then you get into like the people, the personality cards of the suits, which is the Jack, the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. So the King comes after the Queen, which comes after the Queen comes after the Knight, and Knight comes after the Page. Page is the young one that still has, they're a bit fired up and ready to learn like they're like sponges, they're soaking up information and learning about opening their heart, or learning about listening to their passions and desires, or learning about that information is money. Information is money. Information is wealth. So what's going to happen is that you're going to be bombarded with a pile of information. That's your fortunate turn of events. That's going to catalyze you into taking making the decision to move forward with the Three of Wands, the Lovers, because you've got many paths to a bright future ahead of you. Excuse me. And you will be able to put an end to whatever it is that you have been doing, sort of like just sitting in, I wouldn't say, complacent or anything like that. I would just say that you just kind of been in a lull between what you're doing and what you want to be doing, but you don't really see the how and like possibly when, but the how and the when of what it is that you don't see coming that's going to help ignite that that movement forward towards it. So whatever it is that you're thinking about, that you might even have to take time to think about it, to remember, to recall something that you might have put on the back burner because you kind of had this belief that that it just wasn't going to be possible, it wasn't going to happen. How is it going to happen? I'd have to have this much, X number of dollars, I'd have to have this kind of degree, whatever it is, you didn't see coming. You didn't believe it. You didn't believe it, that it could happen, and that it was just not on your path. that you might as well just put it on the back burner, or just like say goodbye to it altogether, because it just wasn't going to happen. It could even be something as literal as a relationship, right? With somebody, that you want to have a relationship with somebody. Let's see, is there anything here that talks about a past? No. So it could be somebody you got your eyes on. You have your eyes on somebody, and you're of the belief that they wouldn't find you attractive, or they wouldn't have anything to do with you, or maybe that you're just too busy. You're too busy of a person doing your everyday, whatever it is you do every day, your daily routine of sleep, eat, get up, go to work, take care of the whatever, if you have kids, or you got other things that you have to do every day. You got pets, maybe you have horses, cows, whatever. You got a lot of chores to do, and there's just no time and energy for you to pursue something or someone. Yeah, and it's kind of like, I don't have time for it, or this person, even though I might, not this, but this person here, I might have my eye on somebody, I might be attracted to them, but they're probably not attracted to me. They probably wouldn't be attracted to me, so you don't do anything about it, right? But you have got a choice between not doing something and doing it, or a choice between this person or that person in your life, in a relationship. But you're gaining information about it. It's once you decide to make a decision, make the choice, things are going to move very, very quickly between you and this person, or between you and this situation that you want to move towards, because you got the resources. You're going to be letting all the burden of it not being part of your life, not being something that you have pursued already. It's going to be something that you're going to be pursuing, but you're putting down the pressure of doing it because you're seeking assistance. Let's just say seeking assistance, so that you can find out what is the best direction for you now that you made a decision. What is the path towards that particular thing? Because you are transforming your life into a wheel of fortune energy. It's becoming your destiny to become someone who is going to be quite well off. A hard-working, the Queen of Pentacles lives in the realm of her dreams. Okay, so she can afford to do that. In other words, so she dreams up something, and she's going to make it happen, because that's her energy, the Queen of Pentacles energy. She's a hard worker. She knows how to manage information and finances very, very well. Opportunities as well. She's very good at taking opportunities when they present themselves and turning them like from just plain stone to gold. She's great at alchemizing what isn't into something that is. And so she is definitely somebody who is seen as and greatly respected as someone who you can go to. So somebody can go to you as the Queen of Pentacles. There's just the energy now. You might be a masculine and going into the Queen of Pentacles energy, moving into the Queen of Pentacles energy, becoming your fortunate self. A wheel of fortune, right? Money, finances, anything that you see as being valuable, this is what you're going to be experiencing in your life. Because you've decided that you've realized it's time now, you got all the information you need, you've seen the truth about something, you need to do it, it's time for you to act now. And that's what the Aletheia card is about, taking action now. The Duchess card, taking action now, right? So you have many paths to a bright future here, where you're going to be, realizing a great deal of fortunate experiences, finances, career, education, career, finances, friends, in high places. Opportunities are going to be coming across your screen, kind of thing, and all you have to do is pick one or pick two. You're going to have suitors, people that you are, you're not going to have to just rely on one, thinking that one person is all you've got for choices. There's going to be more men or women that are going to come across your screen, where you're going to be, enjoying your life, living it in like lover's bliss kind of thing, just having a good time. If you're a young person, having a good time in your life, having opportunities, options, right? Having choices to make. If you're an older person, you're going to be whatever it is that you aspire to do in your in your years, right? Your further years. Hey, I'm there with you. You are, you're looking at maybe possibly relocating when you retire from your career, your job, relocating, something that is going to, relocate to an area of the world where you're just going to feel inspired by nature, and or there's certain community that you want to be a part of, that you're going to meet a lot new people, and even have the possibility of meeting someone who may be a widow, or just a divorcee, or never married kind of thing. But you're going to have opportunities that you don't see right now. But it is the fact of the matter is that you're going to. It's kind of like the window is opening up in your life right now, and it's a breath of fresh air, because you're going to be receiving so much information. Maybe it be something like people coming forward and saying, "Hey, aren't you like really good at working on? Aren't you really good at planting plants? Aren't you really good at taking care of plants? Why don't I have this friend, or I know this person who really wants to have their a garden made, around their house." And they asked me if I knew of anybody who would be like a landscaper, but I said, I don't know any landscapers, but I do know somebody who really enjoys, planting, gardening around their own house kind of thing. And then the next thing you know, you've got other people hitting you up for the same thing, the point where you could actually start either opening up a business and hiring other people to do the labor for you, but you're, allocating what it is according to what the client wants for plants planted, telling them where to put everything and how things are planted, with the right nutrients and water and this kind of soil, that kind of soil, and mulch and whatever else. You might just be somebody who has this business, who has other people doing it for them, and you're becoming very, very busy because of the work that you're able to show being done in other people's yards, that you can use them as, like if you have a social media page or a website, you can put up pictures and show, potential new clients the kind of work you're doing. So like a portfolio, right? So that's going to get you to be well known, well seen, and well respected for what it is that what you like to do. You're able to actually put it in, express it in some way, whether it's in a business that you want, or just expressing it and going out and showcasing your work, and going to work for somebody. Maybe you want to go and work at a library. The older generation might want to be out there, but nothing really busy and mainstream. You just kind of want to go and work and make a little bit of money and just get out of the house for the day and do a bit of work. Be around something that you enjoy being around. If you like reading, would like to work at a library because you'd be around books and other people who like to read, that kind of thing. But in any case, this is what's happening, is that the fortunate turn of events that you do not see coming, is that there is going to be something that's going to catalyze you into action. The information or people coming forward and telling you things about what it is that you might know, but you really haven't. Like about the example I was saying, maybe you're really good with talking to people or listening to people when they're really upset about their relationship they're having with their person, and you've always been a really, a big ear for people, and they say, have you ever thought of becoming a therapist or a counselor, that kind of thing. You'll have people coming at you and telling you, or information coming to you, whether it's people or through TV, some sort of education program, that you're going to be presented, is going to make you your wheels are going to start moving now. And you're going to make that decision that the time is now. Time is now for me, because the shifts have come in for me. The shifts have come in. The magician has come in for me. I am ready to take this on now. So it's a fortunate turn of events for you that's coming to you that you don't see now, but it's going to ignite. It's going to ignite the wheels moving forward, and then it's going to be even bigger wheels of fortune for you, because you're going that path. You're going that path. You're doing it. All right? And let's see if we can find out something about what sort of thing are we looking at? What is the thing specifically, the information, people, whatever it is? Can you give us an idea, Archangel Michael, about what it is? Let's see. Ace of Branches, Ace of Wands, Desire, great desire. The Four of Wands, and the High Priestess. Okay. Well, it's whatever it is. It's something that is going to, it's confirming that there's some kind of desire there's an event that is going to lead you into, it's like the Duchess, the truth is going to be revealed to you. So what it's saying here is that it's a desire. Simple is something that you desire. Ace of Wands. Some kind of good news is coming to you that's going to pique your desire to the point where you're just going to go, your engines are going to start revving up, and it's going to be possibly at a celebratory event, like the Four of Wands. You may be at some kind of event, like I said, it could be a webinar or a seminar, could even be a wedding, all right, or some kind of reunion, family reunion, or some other type of reunion, school reunion. That kind of thing is for some. This is not going to be for everybody, but it is going to help you see what it was you weren't seeing before, and it's going to confirm what you've been thinking, intuitively feeling that something's coming, something's on its way that's going to have you, jumping on the ship and moving, going for it. Start turning your wheels and start moving, advancing towards whatever it is that you have been believing that it's not for you. Whatever it is, or that it'd be too hard to do. You wouldn't want to do all that work. You've got to go back to school. Who wants to write papers, right? Who wants to take exams, right? But you might find out if your desire is to have a particular degree so that you can have a particular career path, you might find out when you do start school, you are actually really enjoying it and you're doing quite well in it. And it's not it's such a burden after all. Okay? So I hope that was helpful to you in some way. Take care of yourself until next time. Bye for now. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this card, the Orphan, from The Wild Unknown. And I'll read that to you in a moment. I'm going to bring the book out just in case I forget. And if you haven't chosen that card or this pile through your intuition, you've chosen it with a number. We have numbers 2 and 5. So however that resonates with you. All right, and then we have the zodiac signs. If it wasn't for the numbers, we have the zodiac signs: Capricorn, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Sagittarius. Okay, those are the zodiac sign energies for the reading. And all the oracle cards we have, I have the major arcana first to choose from. What card wants to come out? I have the deck upside down. No, I don't. Okay. That one. And the tarot card to clarify. So we're looking at the question. What fortunate turn of events do you not see coming your way? What fortunate turn of events do you not see coming your way? Lenormand, and Psychic Tarot, Oracle, Magic Cottage, Oracle, Seers, Sisterhood of the Seer, and finally Alice in Wonderland. Okay, so we're going to start with the major arcana. What do we have? Got the Hermit. Solitude brings enlightenment. A period of introspection awaits, guiding you to discover the light within and the truth you seek. Okay, so what fortunate turn of events do you not see coming? Let's move this guy up here. All right. What's clarifying it? The Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving. So balance, fairness, right? Equal give and take. It clarifies the Hermit. Yeah. So there's been a time where things have not seen, you have not been experiencing. You've been giving and not being receiving. It's not been fair. The energies between you and something else or someone else has not been, equal, reciprocated. Okay? And then we have rest and rejuvenate. So number 4, rest and rejuvenate. So that's 4 is a foundation card. It's like the 4 of Swords kind of thing. Going into hibernation for a while, which is like the Hermit energy. Okay, going into hibernation. What do we have for the Lenormand? Dog. 10 of Cups. So somebody wants to be loyal and a good friend to you. Loyal and good friend, or the situation wants to be loyal and create a sense of harmony in your life. The situation, the event, whatever it is. Okay, we're not there yet. Okay, so we have steps. All right, so steps going up there, like that. We'll have a look at that one. Magic Cottage, steps. And the Seer one is the Seer of Shine. Creativity, see and be seen and worthy. All right. And then we have a Splendidly Dressed Rabbit, card number 6. So 6, card number 6 to me is love, all the roses, right? Love and family. A splendidly dressed rabbit. We'll look at the meaning of that one too. So let's start with your significator card, which is the Orphan. And the Orphan is where? The Orphan is page 71. Okay. The Orphan. The wounded child, the abandoned, and the beggar. Deep solace, deep acceptance, and deep love. Mary Oliver's the kitten. So, yeah, it's kind of going with the Hermit energy here. To study the Orphan is to study the deep and challenging energy of our time. We are ever more connected, yet face collective isolation. This is very much a hermit energy. We are ever more connected, yet face collective isolation. The refugee crisis haunts our planet. Children are separated from parents, and the earth begs for your attention, for our attention. We are in a time of universal orphanage, of nature, of each other, of our own hearts. Take refuge in the fact that we all share this core wound and dilemma. It is normal to fear this card as it haunts the caverns of the soul. When it appears, take time, real time. It's like rest and rejuvenate in the hermit time. These energies are very much the same here. It is normal to fear this card and it haunts the caverns of the soul. When it appears, take time, real time, to be in the presence of the feelings this card stirs in you. Let it humble you. What are you starving for? What is the deepest gift you could imagine giving to others? What has been rejected is quite possibly what is most needed, dear one. So what is the deepest gift you could imagine giving to others? And for me, the deepest gift would be my authentic self. That would be the deepest gift I can imagine giving to another, is my authentic self. That I would be very real with them. I would not be wearing a mask. I would be kind. I'll be filled with that inner knowing that I am loved and that I'm worthy. Right? This one here, this seer of shine, which is like the divine, the creativity, the creative one in you. The seeing, to see and be seen as being worthy, as being larger than you are, larger than you have ever thought yourself to be. So let's find out what steps is. Okay, steps. This little bookmark. It came with the deck. It's so cute. So where's steps? Let's see where I can find steps. Number 149. 149. Steps. Well, the picture's right there. Okay. One of my favorite things about this most magical cottage is that so much of it creaks. Doors, floorboards, shelves, cupboards, even chairs that will almost appear to sigh as you sit. Indeed, it furthers my belief, my breaths. Indeed, it furthers my belief that everything lives and breathes here, even the thick stone walls, cool in the height of summer, yet warm to the touch by the gentle, flaming hearth in winter. Like a chorus of magical voices, each creak has its own distinct tone and personality. Shelves and small cupboard doors tend to be high-pitched, the floorboards a spectacular alto section, whilst the stairs emit a glorious deep rendered bass to all who use them, no matter how softly or carefully they care to tread. Carved from Wandwood's finest chestnut tree long before my time, the cottage stairs are also home to small piles of books, sleeping creatures, and all manner of strange and sometimes peculiar obstacles, making for a wary ascent or descent. More than once I've stumbled and had to quickly reach for the banister, pulse racing. Visitors encountering the stairs for the first time will often point out the obvious hazards, inquiring why it is that I don't move them. The answer, of course, is twofold. Creatures tend to sleep wherever they feel most comfortable, and secondly, like the steps undertaken in any journey, I am fascinated by what lies in wait as I cautiously make my way. Your journey will be different every time. I tell them, you may well discover something halfway up one night, and in the morning is quite gone, its place taken by something or someone else completely. To cautiously take those first few steps is to open yourself to any number of chance encounters that could change your life in any number of unforeseen ways. I've heard other visitors say that a long journey begins with a single step. However, I believe this is the second step, and the first begins with having an open mind to the magical possibilities, encounters, and opportunities of the journey itself. The stairs creak to remind you that a journey to any destination is a vital living thing that you also become part of. Afterwards, I'll often notice a visitor going upstairs or down and stopping to pat a creature's head or flick through a book. sometimes even sitting down and listening to the living, breathing, creaking cottage all around. I like to think that they are ready for whatever journey lies ahead. Enjoy your journey with an open heart and mind. Savor each step, as there is so much to experience along the way. So the first step is just, it begins with having an open mind to the magical possibilities that there's a journey for you to take your first step on, right? And that's what that card is basically saying, and you never know what beholds you from one step to the next. You can intuit as best you can, but when it comes to what really is going to manifest before you, it has to do with your current frame of mind and your emotional compass, how you're feeling about things. Now, we're going to look at the splendidly dressed rabbit, which is number 6. A splendidly dressed rabbit. In the story, while Alice sat in a corner of the Holes Hall and cried about her disrupting metamorphosis, the white rabbit reappeared dressed in a ceremonial suit, holding a pair of white gloves in one hand and a large fan in the other. The young girl asked him for help, but the startled animal rushed out, dropping his gloves and fan at Alice's feet. So you want to live up to your responsibilities, and you always make an effort to fulfill whatever task is in your work plan. You may have been overworking lately, which is leading you to forget important details or act in too much stress and haste. It is important to slow down and reorganize your time and priorities in more sustainable ways. So that's also it works perfectly well with these 3 energies here, is that you're definitely on a path, a journey. Okay, you've opened your mind up to something, but you're still at like, what is before me? Where am I going? All I know is that I want to have an experience with whatever it is I desire, in a way that it feels like a companion. It feels like something that is perfect for me, a perfect match for me. Like you and your dog, you and your dog would have fun experiences together, go on walks, go on adventures, hiking, camping trips, whatever. Your dog is a loyal friend to you, so you want to have this kind of experience that you feel is just, it's like home. It's perfect for you, and you want to do it with possibly with someone or something that's guiding you in a way that it's going to be like feeling like a 10 of cups. It's got the 10 of hearts energy here. So, pardon me, my cat is wanting to get out of a room and is going like this on the door, and so it's distracting me. Hallelujah. So here we go. That is what it is that you have a desire to experience something with someone, or on your own, even maybe with a pet. It could be, but you want to do something that's going to feel right, that's perfectly right for you, that you are not going to be doing things on your own, like you're not going to be out there living your life, following your desires, walking your path and your journey in a way that is just an isolated journey, one that it's not just you, that you have interests and desires in your heart, that you would like to experience life in a certain way with people that are like on the same page as yourself, and enjoying this particular walk, this journey with people of like mind, the community that you live in, places that you go, things you want to do. It's going to be with not just something where it's a path of your own, even though it is your path. It's going to be a path that you're going to be able to express whatever creative desires you have, express whatever things you want to experience in your life. You're going to want to do it in a way that, You can put on your wildest and weirdest clothing or you know, whatever you're doing, costume. You can go out in style, is what I'm saying, out in style, and not fear being seen as someone who is just out there, and that no one can resonate with you, or nobody actually gets you, that kind of thing. You're actually, if you take the time to really go inward and see what it is that really makes you tick, and what it is you truly want in your life. How do you want to experience your life? Is what you're doing right now what you want to experience? Or is there something or somewhere else entirely different that you want to go or experience in your life? You have got the control over that. It's just a matter of you making sure that whatever you put in, you don't ever put in more than what you're going to get back from that life, that experience, okay? This is what I see is happening here. The fortunate turn of events is that you are going to be having, you are being encouraged by the divine to go inward, to seek what it is that you truly want to experience. It is kind of like the Ten of Cups experience for you. Something that is happily ever after, if it's about a relationship, or if it's about, what is it, about a relationship with somebody, or is it about being expressing your truth, your inner truth, however you see it, expressing it in a way that it could seem eccentric or flamboyant, but it's nonetheless what it is that you want to do. You're not going, and that the idea is that you're not going to be any longer, because this is what's been going on. You have been putting a lot of yourself out there, but receiving very little acknowledgement or reward in return. You've been giving of yourself, but nothing has been being returned to you. So I see this as really, you are a unique individual. Like, we're all unique, okay? But this pile here, pile 2, you could be quite powerfully intuitive, to the point where you do spend a lot of time on your own, like in introspection, possibly meditation, that kind of thing. You do seek the light. You seek the guidance of others, or the guidance of your highest self, God within you. You just want to have loyal companions in your life, and you want to have like the happily ever after kind of energy of your life, to experience that. But what I'm seeing here is for you to take the necessary step towards that kind of life energy, to be able to put yourself out there to receive what it is that you give, that you offer, however way that might be. You're going to do it in your way. You're going to do it in your way, and it's irregardless. You are, the divine is saying, you are worthy of expressing yourself in your creative way, and you're worthy of being seen, and to experience the benefit, or the success of being someone who is in this world, in the 3D world, expressing their highest self in it. So someone who's gone to the top of the mountain is coming down and living amongst, gaining the wisdom and clarity of what going to the mountaintop is all about, but coming back into the valley below, and just getting right back into everyday life in the valley amongst everyone else, many people who have not gone to the top of the mountain, and trying to eke out a life with that higher wisdom, and that's where you're at. You've been to the mountaintop, you've gained the wisdom, you have more to know, more to grow, and all that sort of stuff, but you're basically in the valley because everybody has to come down from the top of the mountain. Because to stay on the top of the mountain, you really are on your own. The top of the mountain, and that's where you could be feeling quite isolated in your life if you don't allow yourself to immerse yourself back into the 3D world among people who need to see your light. They need to see your light, and so see and be seen, right? They'll see themselves as you see yourself, but you have to be okay with not necessarily being acknowledged right away for the wisdom that you are, that you've become. But it's through rest and rejuvenation, going into introspection time, like seeking the higher guidance. It's going to be a daily ritual for you if it hasn't already become that way for you. And you are definitely going to be guided when you do that, to the point where things are going to start balancing out for you, and you're going to be feeling as though you are really part of the valley. You really are. You really do belong in the valley. You're not a top of the mountain dweller. You went there, you sought the enlightenment you needed, but it's time for you to share and to be that which you had become on the mountaintop, to be that in the valley. And you're going to find a happily ever after life for yourself by allowing yourself to get connected and be guided through this trying time of coming down from the mountain and walking amongst the valley dwellers, right? The people who need light. They need to see someone else's light to be reminded that the light is within them as well. So let's see what the tarot has to say. We have the King of Pentacles energy. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Six of Cups. The Fool. Three of Wands. Ace of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Wow, King and Queen even in the same line here. The Hangman. Sacrificing. The Three of Cups. Okay. So we have the King and Queen of Pentacles here. Now, are you the King of Pentacles or are you the Queen of Pentacles? Whatever it is you resonate with here. But let's say you're the Queen of Pentacles. Most often it's women watching tarot card readings, but there may be men. So if it's men, then you'll be the Queen. Let's say you're the King of Pentacles, but you could be, the energy could be flipped. So you could be a King of Pentacles, but you're really in the Queen of Pentacles energy. So forth. So let's say you're the Queen of Pentacles energy, and there's a King of Pentacles that you have or know of, see in your life, and you feel like they are your destiny. Yeah, this King of Pentacles person, you feel you're destined to be with this person. Destined. Okay? They are somebody from your past. They are returning. Six of Cups. Returning somebody from your past. You want to have a fresh start with this person. Okay? The Fool energy. You want them to come forward and be prepared to be with you. Alright? With the Three of Wands. Be prepared, changed, evolved. The Ace of Cups, because you have a whole lot of love for them and they for you. Alright? You want to be their Queen of Pentacles. You want, you're a counterpart, right? Could even be twin flame thing, but you're a counterpart to this person. That's the way you see it. But you have had to sacrifice a great deal in order for you to reunite with this person. You're worried that there will be sacrifices to be made. Okay? So what you don't see coming, the fortunate turn of events that you don't see coming, is that during your time of introspection, meditation, resting and rejuvenating, allowing yourself to take the next step to whatever it is that, floats your boat, whatever it is, moving towards a life of Ten of Pentacles, the dog energy, companionship, loyalty, friend, love, trust. To have that kind of loyal or relationship energy with someone, with yourself, with somebody else. You need to see yourself as being worthy of being someone who is different than your average Joe. You need to see yourself as being worthy, even though you have traveled or climbed the mountain, right? Climbed the mountain. Been in the energy of on your own, seeking enlightenment. That what wasn't balanced before, what wasn't fair before, maybe you were being breadcrumbed by this person in the past. You want to see them as someone who has evolved. They may be very much in the King of Pentacles energy, but not necessarily in their heart space. So we don't know that, and we can ask that question. Where is this person's energy? Where is their focus? Is it on having a relationship with you? Having and being open to their heart space now. But they may be somebody who is very well off, who's done quite well for themselves in the 3D world. They've learned a lot. They're successful, been successful. They may be in a position in their business or in their job, a higher authority kind of thing, management, or CEO or even the owner of. They do very well for themselves, but this energy is about seeing how things are turning in your favor, that you feel as though, inwardly, because you spend a lot of time inside yourself. You feel as though this person is going to come back, okay? That they are your destiny. The Six of Cups energy, that they are your destiny. And that the two of you would be, being a perfect match, counterpart for each other, be quite successful together as a couple, possibly even a power couple. You want to have that fresh start with them, taking a leap of faith. You want them to take a leap of faith with you. You want them to be prepared. You see how in this card it looks like the devil, right? Is right there in the center. This is a Three of Wands. It's in the hellfires, right? All these people are I guess, in agony, burning, whatever, in the hellfires. Three of Wands, waiting until their whatever comes in, they're able to be released by the one holding the reins, kind of thing. But yeah, you want them to move out of their toxic energy that they may have been in before, their toxic energy, and be somebody who is full of love, just open to their heart space, open to the love, to acknowledge the love they have for you, not only to themselves but to you as well, right? This is how you're feeling, okay? And then that is going to make you two can be committed to each other. King and Queen, they're committed. That's like being committed to each other. The Hangman, though, you're feeling that there could be a sacrifice if they were to return. that you would have to sacrifice something. It could be a relationship that you're currently in right now, or the place where you live. Maybe you love your home, maybe you love the place that you live, the location. You might have to relocate to be with them. It's just something you might have to sacrifice. You might have to, leave a dog behind with a friend or a relative, because where you're going, you can't take the dog with you, pet, whatever it is. But this is Three of Cups energy, so that's reunion energy. It could be third-party energy, but I'm feeling it's more in order for you to be reunited with this person, you may end up having to let go of something else or someone else, relationships, something like that. Okay? And this is what I'm seeing. So what I would like to know is, what fortunate turn of events do you not see coming? Is that this person is coming back towards you. Okay? And it's fortunate right here. It's fortunate. Wheel of Fortune. But you fear that there could be, maybe this person's still sitting in toxic energy. Let's find out. Archangel Michael. Is this person in a balanced energy? Is King of Pentacles or Queen of Pentacles, whoever it is that we're talking about, are they in a balanced energy? Like in the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving. Are they in their heart space? Do they have their heart space open? Are they taking that necessary step? Let's see. We have the Chariot. It's always a yes. The Lovers. They've made a choice. And the Hierophant. Oh, they have been seeking guidance from within. Or they have been talking to their friends or somebody that is guiding them to follow their heart. Follow their heart. Right here. Ace of Cups. Follow their heart. The Chariot is about fast action forward. It's a major arcana. So is the Lovers. They're all major arcana cards here. All three of them. So this is a major thing. So if you've been thinking that they haven't been taking the necessary steps to go on the journey of opening themselves up to the heart space so that they can be evolved, as you have been spending your time wisely doing so yourself, that you do not have to fear that there will be the return of somebody, because they are coming back, the return of somebody who is not evolved, that they are truly in their king energy, not just King of Pentacles energy, but in the evolved energy of someone who is very down to earth, practical, but intelligent and wants to commit. That when they go in, they go all in. Okay, so they are in that energy to be there, that perfect counterpart to you, that match to you. And that, yes, you may, even though you still may have to give up someone or something, as I mentioned before, in order for you to experience that reunion, the good times with your person from the past. That you will, and you will carry on, you will move on. Let's see if we can get any information about what the Hangman energy is about. Let's see. So you are somebody that this person sees you as being unique. Okay, look, he's looking right at you, the rabbit with the suit jacket on. They see you as being unique, and they like that about you. You're different. You're different. They like that about you, and they want to learn from you. I just heard Seven of Pentacles for the Hangman. The Six of Pentacles. There's the Six of Pentacles again. And the Three of Swords. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Seven of Pentacles is like looking at the past, seeing what it is that you have been sowing your seeds and what you've been growing and harvesting, right? Looking at the past and seeing all that you have accumulated, acquired, that you may be worried that you're going to, you have to leave it behind. And is it going to be a smart thing to do? To walk away from something that is familiar to you, that you already know. Your place where you live, your friends, family, maybe you're in a relationship, like I said, maybe you have kids. It's going to be a huge change, moving forward in a different direction than you had been going. Taking that next step yourself. Not knowing where your foot's going to land on the next step. So it's been something that has, that the situation from before was very heartbreaking to you. The current situation that you may have to sacrifice in order for you to move forward with this person may break someone's heart, break your heart too. But there is also the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Swords coming out together. It's about healing. Balance. Balance is going to be found. You're going to heal any wounds from the past that you might have had with what went on between you and that person from before, and you will eventually heal the wounds of whatever it is that you've got to leave behind. If it's a dog, like a pet, if it's a person, if it's a job and friends, close friends, close family, job you really like, it will break your heart to have to leave it all behind, because you're going to be, you got to leave something. So it's probably you're really relocating somewhere, okay? And you're going to all that you have built in your life, built up, accumulated, whatever. It's kind of like you just gotta trust that it's okay. Everything's going to be fine. Things are going to, whatever you put out or whatever you have to give, it's going to be returned to you. Like whatever you have to give up, you're going to receive it in healing and many major other ways. That because of the two of you are coming back together, healed and healing, that you are going to be, any kind of heartbreak that you may have experienced in the past with this person, and whatever you might experience moving forward with this person, if that's the choice, the decision you make, it's the Lovers, right? The choice you make to move forward, the Chariot. You see it as being something that is in divine order, like the Wheel of Fortune. It's your fate, right? Wheel of Destiny is your fate. You're going to experience it as that. So things are going to heal. You're going to heal. It's going to be okay. That's what I'm saying. You're going to have somebody in your life who's going to be loyal and familiar to you, who's going to be your companion moving forward, committed long-term companion moving forward. The next step is always something that you're not going to see until you put your foot in it. But it's going to be the Wheel of Fortune kind of experience for you. All right? You are the seer of the shine, and this is why you spend so much time communicating with your inner light. You communicate with your inner light, meaning you listen to your guidance, your inner guidance. There's the Hierophant. You're listening. As long as you do that, you don't have to fear anything. As long as you spend time in daily quiet time listening, then you don't have to fear that anything's going to be bad for you, that everything's going to be transforming and ultimately wonderful and beautiful for you, healing for you. Okay, so I hope that was very helpful to you in some way. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and take care of yourself. Bye for now. Hi, pile number 3. You have chosen the Shaman card. Now, if you didn't choose this card to answer what fortunate turn of events do you not see coming, with your intuition, you chose it with a number. It'd be 1 or 3, in whatever combination or how you want to look at that. 13, 31, whatever. Then it was the zodiac signs, and we have what we have here. This is Aries. That is Gemini, right? Yep, Gemini, Leo, and Pisces. Okay, very good. So Shaman card. Very interesting energy, I must say. We'll have a look at the meaning in a moment. I'm going to bring the book out just to make sure I don't forget. Okay, Major Arcana. What do we have? What card wants to be seen? What energy wants to be seen today? For your reading, pile number 3. And tarot that is going to clarify it. That is, oh, there's 2 of them. Okay. And then we have the Psychic Tarot Oracle. Lenormand. The Mouse card. Okay. We have Soul Sisters. Magic Cottage. There you go. Thank you. And Alice in Wonderland. Alright. So, what fortunate turn of events do you not see coming? They'd start with the Major Arcana. We've got the Lovers. Wow. A significant relationship will influence your path. Choices made with the heart lead to growth and deep connection. Trust in the bonds that unite. Now, it doesn't have to be love. It could be platonic. It could be friends. Choice between friends. Choice between jobs. Choice between co-workers. We have the Ace of Swords. Awareness and insight. So receiving some breakthrough information. And then having the Balancing Act. The 2 of Coins. Okay, so you're going to be assisted to help you make the decision, the choice between one or the other, and you're going to be able to even possibly manage 2 things at the same time. You know, you may not actually have to, and that might be the breakthrough information that you're getting is that you're not necessarily having to say no or give up one thing for the other. You might be able to make both work. That's what I'm saying, the Balancing Act. Then we have Rest and Rejuvenate. That's interesting. Because that was in pile 2. You got the Shaman, Rest and Rejuvenate. A shaman does rest and rejuvenate. It's that card number 4, which is all about building solid foundation. You know, building things up by seeking further truth, like going introspective and seeking truth. It's kind of like the 4 of Swords for having a respite time, putting the mind chatter down to be able to be open to receive. You have the Perceive card. Okay? Perceptions, perceiving. Alright? And Lenormand, we have Mouse card, which is it's not a sudden loss, it's a loss over time. Mice eat away at things, and which causes things to be destroyed. Let's see. And then we have card 31, an invitation to your life. So you're being sent an invitation to your life. That to me tells me that the divine is offering something up to you that you don't see coming. That's going to allow you to be able to take the benefit of 2 things at the same time. You'll be able to work with both, manage both. You don't have to make a choice over one. You can choose to do both. In other words, that's what I'm seeing with that. So we have the Mouse card, we have the Perceive card, we have an invitation to your life card, and then we have Alice in Wonderland, the Painted Roses card. Card 18 breaks down to a 9. Okay, so let's see what we can find out from these cards, what they have to say for your story. Next, the Shaman card. shaman is page 93. Okay, a shaman card. We've got the Magi, the Sorcerer, the Medicine Woman, Fearless Student and Practitioner. Alright, 3 archetypal ingredients constitute the shaman, and all must be present in order to reveal its magic. First, the shaman is activated by long-standing and diligent study, the mentor. Second, its orientation is generously and accurately aimed toward the healing of the self, the other, and the culture, the healer. And third, the shaman has a knack for finding doorways to the other world, allowing psychic visions and old magic to leak into this world, the unseen. In this way, the shaman is a master who bridges the everyday and the sacred, revealing potent power needed desperately in our time. Yet where there is power, there is shadow. So, the shaman must be vigilant in studying their darkness. This card reminds us that the force of healing is ultimately not our own. We must shape it and share it with the world. So yeah, it's interesting because, like I said, pile 2 had this card here. Okay, and it was about the orphan, and the orphan, I talked about how the orphan found itself isolated by living at the top of the mountain, by going to the mountaintop to seek the wisdom of all that is unknown or unseen. The divine, the wisdom of the divine. But they were not meant to keep that wisdom to themselves. They were to come back down from the mountaintop, go into the valley, and live amongst the residents of the valley, which they are as well, and fully immerse themselves back in 3D world, because the mountaintop is kind of going into 5th dimension and higher kind of knowing. So you are to bring all that you've learned as a shaman from seeking higher wisdom, and bringing that, not keeping it to yourself, but bringing that down into the, so that the other people can see their shadows and learn from their shadow as well. So when we're not seeing that what we are doing, how we're living our life, and we're not seeing it as being a shadow side of ourselves, our fears, right? Our fears are driving us to do things. When we don't see it, then we can't heal it. We can't evolve. We can't become. And why do we want to evolve? We want to evolve so that we can have more opportunities in this life, the type of opportunities that we value. Okay, and we live, and therefore live a happier, more free life. We are actually happier, emotionally fulfilled, and just challenged intellectually to the point where we are not bored, and that we don't have apathy. We are actually feeling rejuvenated, enlivened, and enjoying our physical life on planet Earth in this universe. So whatever wisdom you gain through time spent in introspection, meditation, seeking the unseen, you are to integrate it into yourself, taking your shadow and integrating that into the light, okay, so that those things can be healed within you, so that you can actually walk in your peace, walk in your wisdom amongst other people, and you don't have to say a word, which you're likely going to anyways, because people are going to want to know. You don't have to say a word, you just, you walk in peace. So you're basically modeling for them what it's like to be a healed individual, because you've taken the necessary time and energy to go within and seek the inner you, the truth of who we really are. And therefore you're living your best life now that you know of at that point. It's only going to get better. You're living your best life, and you're feeling like things are really coming together for you well. You're wanting to experience more things, like listening to your heart's desires. What is it I want to do? What do I want to do? Let's say not just next month, But let's say 6 years from now, what sort of things do I want to experience? Would I like to become an astronaut, and travel the galaxy? Would I like to learn how to become a writer and maybe possibly have one of my books on the top seller list? To write about that which I have come to learn about myself and share that with others in that way. Would I like to be someone who enjoys, fanatically enjoys gardening? So you have the most beautiful property in the town, in the city. You just enjoy gardening, being out in nature that much. Maybe you want to move to a new location and commune in nature in a more a wilderness or mountainous kind of environment, terrain, that kind of thing. Maybe you want to become a marathon cycler. Yeah, so you're going to be working towards that, and maybe you're able to travel and go to places where professional cyclists go to train, that kind of thing. Be going to different parts of the world, so exciting, right? Whatever it is that you want to experience in your life, all you have to do is just trust that you are equipped with the ability to do anything you want to do, as long as there's only the one rule, the two rules really is that it doesn't hurt you and it doesn't hurt another. Okay, as long as you are doing things that you feel are your highest calling, and doing it with self-conscious regard, that you are going to have the kind of life that you can have, and you don't actually have to give up one thing to experience another. So you don't have to give up, let's say, an experience. An example would be giving up your privacy, but being available for others, being out there, being immersed in your community. People they're just attracted to you, they're flocking around you, they want to get to know you, pick your brain, that kind of thing. They want to spend time with you, they want to have coffee with you, they want to go out and have a meal with you, they want to just chat with you. Let's find out what it is that what is it that makes that you find interesting. And it turns out you're going to end up asking them about that yourself, because you're going to show them how you want to learn more about them. It's not just about them learning about you. So it's a give and take, right? So you're going to be able to make a choice between, even if it's like a choice between two different jobs. You might be able to stay in business for yourself, for example, and actually work for another company, because the times will work for you to be in business, doing your own thing, selling your wares, your things, your services, your products and services is what I'm trying to say. Your products and services, it's not going to interfere with you working maybe 9 to 5, or in the evening you might work, let's say 11 to 7, or just 4 to 9, or 3 to 9, 6 hours. Or you can volunteer your time and still work, be employed. It's just like something, you might have let's say you have a friendship with somebody. Let's say you're a woman, just an example, and you have a really great friendship with this guy, all right? And the two of you have been friends, and it's just platonic, and you just wouldn't ever take it any further. It's just your friends. But then a guy enters your life, and now suddenly you have this other person in your life that's going to take up your time and energy that you would otherwise spend with your friend. And you're worried that your friend is going to feel like you're abandoning them for having a relationship with some other guy. Well, the divine is saying you don't have to. The two of you and your guy friend and your new boyfriend will be able to, they might actually even like each other, and they might actually like spending time together when, it's agreeable to you all, right? That the three of you are going to look at each other and say, I'm so glad I have each one of you in my life. It's just going to be a more rounded, more fulfilled life you've got your best friend and you've got your boyfriend. And your boyfriend likes your best friend likes your boyfriend, everything's, copacetic. Very good. So let's find out more about the Painted Rose card and the Perceive card. Alright, so Alice in Wonderland is the Painted Roses, number 18. Okay, Painted Rose card, this one here. In the garden of the Queen of Hearts, Alice met 3 plain card-shaped gardeners who were putting red paint on white roses. Ooh, yeah. The reason for this was that the Queen only wanted red roses in her garden, and the poor gardeners, having planted white roses by mistake, risked having their heads cut off in punishment. So the meaning is, perfection and impeccability are not of this world. Everyone makes mistakes, and it is an interesting as well as an enlightening part of life. You should not be punished out of proportion when making errors. But should that happen, it is time to reconsider the way your job, family, relationship works, and drastically readjust your life to bring back more balance, compassion, and delight. So that goes with this, balance at the 2 of coins, right? 2 of Pentacles. The balance is that you are, whatever it was that you feel was not balanced before, you found the wisdom enough to be able to know that balance is very important in the universe. The universe loves balance, okay? So you're going to find balance in knowing that the decision or choice that you have, the choice that you have to make is that you don't really need to make a choice at all, or other than the choice to not make a choice, if you want to say. That it's not a mistake. It's not a mistake to not make a choice. It will not be a mistake for you to be able to manage both options. Let's just say options. Both opportunities, both options at the same time. You don't have to make a choice between one or the other. Okay, so that's what I get from that card. It's meaning. Now the other card I want to look at is Perceive from the Magic Cottage. And that is, I think this is all alphabetic. Okay, Perceive. What an amazing collection of spoons we've got here. A visitor remarked one day as we enjoyed Nif soup and bottle leaf brew in the kitchen. You can't possibly use all of them, can you? Well, not at the same time, I answered, a little confused. After all, I only have 2 paws. Is it some sort of collection then? My visitor pressed. Do you have 1 spoon from all the places you visited on your spectacular magical adventures? Which only confused me further. No, I much prefer crumb-lush memories to spoons. Then what are they all for? Well, I began, hoping to find an answer. I know, my visitor triumphantly exclaimed, pointing at the wall. It's a test. Choose the spoon I feel most drawn to, and it will grant me insights into my personality and being. Oh, I replied. You see the red one with all the holes? That's me. I'm just like it. Original, larger than life, interesting to others, but with parts of me missing, parts I need to fill. I see. You do? My visitor suddenly hugged me. Oh, Matlock, you're such a clever magical hare. Who would have thought something so simple could provide such insight? I'm glad you find it so, I genuinely replied, before adding out of curiosity, do you see one that looks like me? They looked for a moment before pointing at the wall. This one, at the top on the left. Let's see, this one. Where was I? This one at the top. Okay, plain, simple, functional, with your distinctive hair smile on the handle. Teeth right there. Thank you, I said. You're most kind. Before they left, my visitor turned to me. I feel reinvigorated and ready for anything. That'll be the soup. No, it's the spoons. I never thought I'd see so much in them. After waving goodbye, I returned to the kitchen and stared for a long time at the perfectly blank kitchen wall with not a single spoon in sight, wondering just what it was my visitor had seen, while thanking the cottage for once again somehow working its welcoming, spectacular magic. We each experience life in our own individual way, making each day and every encounter so much the richer for it. Yeah. So you are going to be experiencing your life in a way that not many others have the opportunity to do so, because you're being gifted this fortunate turn of events that you do not see coming. You're being gifted with the opportunity to experience two choices, two options, two opportunities at the same time. Okay, and you're going to be doing it, and you don't have to worry that it's going to be a mistake, something that is going to come back and bite you in the butt, but it's going to be something that you may not have seen, that others can see, that there was always the opportunity to be able to do two at the same time, but you were just not there. You were not there because you hadn't received the enlightenment of what it was that you felt you were actually losing an opportunity at. See, when the mouse card energy comes in here, it's telling you that you were losing something, that you were, and it was a slow loss. So you were beginning to feel like that there's choices to be made, that you're going to have to lose one in order to experience the other. And Pile 2 was talking about that too. If I can remember now, you were able to make a choice, Pile 2, make a choice that it wasn't going to be, it was going to be good. It was like fate, I think. I can't remember. So carrying on, don't want to lose any more time for that. If you're interested in watching Pile 2, I would recommend it. Okay, so you are not going to lose whatever you thought you were losing the opportunity at, because you'd have to choose one over the other. As I mentioned in examples, choosing one thing over another, that therefore you had to say goodbye to one thing and in order to follow or to go with another. Okay? And so this, what's going to work out here is that you're going to be given with the Ace of Swords, the key to the city, basically. You're going to be given, this fortunate turn events is that you're going to be given the key to or an invitation to your life in a way that you can actually embrace two things, two opportunities, or more. Could be more than two, but you're going to be able to embrace more than just one opportunity. You do not have to decide on one, which means you're saying no to another, losing out on another. It's just about you spending time in rest and rejuvenation in order for you to kick into high gear in your wisdom in all of this. Okay, that other people have these perceptions of what it is that you're doing that you don't see yourself. So you are grateful to learn from them that how they are. That's what you're going to be finding out, is that through the information of the Ace of Swords, the breakthrough is that why do you like a good friend could come to you and say, why do you think you have to give up one thing for the other? What makes you think that? Why can't you do both things at the same time, or have both people at the same time, or whatever my examples were from before? Why can't you run your own business and work for somebody else? Why can't you do both at the same time? You should be able to. Just, you just have to schedule your time, be more conscious of what hours you'd have to work at the job that you're going to be working for somebody, and how it will work with the hours that you need in order to be able to provide your service or sell your products to people around the world and whatever. Okay? So, this is going to be a relief for you to know this. What fortunate turn of events do you not see coming? Is that you're going to learn that it's okay, that you are going to be able to figure out a way, see a way, find a way to manage both at the same time. Alright, let's see what the tarot has to say. Strength. Yes. Strength. Beautiful card. Strength. Strength and courage in knowing that there's more that you don't see, that what you have not realized or seen before is what I'm getting. We have not seen as an opportunity before to you to do more than one thing, to not have to give up something. That you will. It's going to take a great deal more of your time and energy, and your the courage and your strength to do it, right? Just do it. The Magician. You got all the resources, is what the Divine is saying here with this card. You have everything that you need in order for you to do both at the same time. You do not have to give up. Maybe you want to go to school and you have to work at the same time. You can do both. You will be able to do both. Let me get these guys moved over because I want some more room for another card. Justice. That's balance right there, but that's, you're going to be receiving all that is just, all that is right for you. You will be receiving the assistance you need, that it will be healing, and it will be perfectly, like, it'll be right. Everything will be right. Everything will be right. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. All right, literally, all right. Knight of Water, which is Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's going to be, you're going to be feeling like, okay, let's see. The Page is very young. The Knight is kind of like a teenager going into the early 20s, and then you've got the Queen and the King energy after that, right? They're more evolved and mature. So the Knight of Cups is somebody who's going to feel that rejuvenation, feeling that life, feeling like you got, this is that rest and rejuvenation, right? Feeling like you're on fire, feeling like that you are in love with your life again, because you're going to be able to pursue one thing while still doing the other, okay? Or pursue one person while being with the other, like the friend and the best friend and the lover. You're going to be able to do both. It's going to work out for you. You're going to love your life. And then the Wheel of Fortune is just like the Wheel of Fortune. It's like a very fortunate life as a result of you finding the balance in what you once thought was it's either one or the other. It's either or. Through your time spent finding out the wisdom is that all you need to do is have a desire and realize through your inner guidance and intuition that you have the ability to pursue two things at the same time, two people. That's very, very fortunate. It's your fate. It's going to lead to, it's a major arcana, right? It's going to lead to great, great success, wealth, enjoyment, whatever you find value in, that you would feel fortunate having, that is what you're going to experience, is what that card energy is telling us. We have the Empress, and look at you. Another major arcana. You got the Strength, Magician, Justice, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Empress. I mean, we've only got 6 cards out here, and 5 of them are major arcanas. This is the major thing. This is a big thing for you. You are going to be feeling so, in your element, and that you're going to be feeling secure and safe, loved up, taken care of, safe. You're going to be nurtured, and you're going to be nurturing your life, your relationships, your if you're going back to school, that you'll be nurturing your education while you're nurturing your work life at the same time. You're going to have that balance. It's going to be very healing for you, because you're going to be feeling successful, like, look what I can do. Look what I can do. And I didn't think I'd be able to. I thought I'd have to forego going back to school to get a degree, because I need to work in order to pay the bills. Because I don't have any other way to do that, any other means, right? Is what we would be thinking as to why we would deny ourselves that opportunity. And then we have the highest priestess. Can we get any more? Right? Major Arcana's highest priestess. You are what's going to be revealed to you, the fortunate turn of events that you do not see coming, is going to be revealed to you here. The high priestess is you intuitively knowing that whatever you're finding out from others who are seeing things not the way you saw them, but the way they see them, they're going to see things that you didn't see before. That is going to open up a whole new, this is my life now. I really got things to work towards. I really got things to be thankful and grateful for. The breakthrough is that what I'm learning from others and through my own intuition, saying that it's okay to do both at the same time, you're going to manage. You're going to manage quite well. Okay, you just need the strength and the courage to believe in yourself that you can do that, because you have all the resources you need as a magician in order for you to manifest that which you're going to be working hard for, and everything's all right. You're all right. There's balance in this. It's what is meant to be. Same with the Wheel of Fortune. What is meant to be. You're nurturing. You're going to love your life. The love from another, let's say that example of the suitor, the romantic partner, and you've got this best friend. And it doesn't have to be a guy best friend. Maybe it's a girl best friend. If you're a woman, it's a woman best friend, and you might be afraid that you're not going to be spending much time with your friend, and they're going to be upset with you. And it turns out that they may end up dating somebody, and they're going to be busy spending time with their person that they wouldn't be spending much time with you, but the two of you will go out on double dates together if that's what you want, and your friend is going to enjoy your boyfriend, and if they're with somebody else, their boyfriend's going to enjoy your boyfriend, and they're going to enjoy you. It's all going to just work out very, very nicely. And then we have the Four of Fire, which is the Four of Wands, like celebration, right? That celebration is celebration of good times, feeling secure, feeling safe, and just enjoying life with others. Enjoying life with others. You didn't have to choose one or the other. Three of Fire, Three of Wands. That's being prepared to do it, to go for it, to jump into the fire, and take advantage of the fact that you are being guided to not choose one or the other, but to do both. You're choosing both. You can do it. The divine says, yes, you are able to do it. It's not going to be a mistake. Anything that you thought was a mistake it would be a mistake for you to go back to school when you know you have to have a job to pay for your bills. It's not a mistake. You can manage it. It can be done. You'll find some sort of assistance in some way that you'll be able to work and study online, or work during the evening and go to school classes during the day, or vice versa. You'll be able to make it work. It's going to work. Three of Wands it's going to happen. It's on its way. It's going to happen. It's very much going to happen. The Four of Wands, this is those relationships. Those are those celebrations, that you didn't think could happen, but they can happen. And that's the breakthrough that you needed to find out from others who see things a little differently than you see them, is what the meaning of this perceived card is. From what I get from the story is this whatever you call it, this board with all these spoons on it, it wasn't even on the wall, but the visitors thought it was there, and so they wanted to talk about it. They wanted to talk about it and find out which spoon that their personality represented. So you are getting a breakthrough of something that you didn't see, but other people see. And they see that you can do it. And they're going to be encouraging you and supporting you to do that. And here, so that you can muster up the strength and the courage to do that exactly. To do that exactly. Okay, that's lovely. Lovely, lovely reading for you. I hope this was helpful to you in some way. Please don't forget to comment or like and subscribe, most importantly. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye for now.